Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to talk about sort of different forms of new Phase 4 content that we could be seeing. And this was largely inspired by a lot of your guys' comments and my focus in these videos talking about raids, dungeons, and new zones. But there's also a lot of things that they could just simply add into the game that I think would make it better, and it would still be new and refreshing. So before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So one of the biggest things, and this was even kind of teased at in Phase 2, there is one of these, and that is a Tauren, Paladin, and Dwarf Shaman. So obviously we aren't getting Blood Elves and Draenei, and in TPC they give us Paladins on Horde and Draenei on Alliance. And then in Cataclysm they allow Dwarves to be Shaman, and they allow Taurens to be Paladin. So what better way to sort of, one, spice up the meta quite a bit, because it would give sort of Taurens and Dwarves like a really good spot in raids. Like people would want those classes in their raids instead of just, you know, being trolls and orcs here on Horde and largely humans on Alliance. So you would see a more diversity, because right now the only druids, Taurens you see are druids. So it's very weird, but it could be really just something really cool that they could add, and it would be new additional content. Even make like a quest line that you got to do on the account to unlock it. That could be something that would be cool and exciting, so then you feel like you earn the right to play the class instead of give it to you. That one could be a few different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. They could just give it to you as well. I'd love to hear what you guys would think about that. Then the next one is sort of revamping BRD or LBRS and UBRS to level up style raids. I think that could be very very cool and interesting to see. Just sort of like something not too like serious, not like parse crazy that everyone has, because it will be at 60, so you'll actually have molten core, but just sort of turning into something where 10 people want to go at it every week and try to get some good gear or something like that. It would be interesting given what we know about gearing and Priebus and stuff, because a lot of people grind Ubers a ton for Dalrins and the Briarwood Reed and all those fun trinkets and items. So it'd be interesting to see if they revamp and what they could possibly do there. But it'd be cool to sort of see them revamp that content as well, or maybe make Stratholme a 10-man level up dungeon, because that one is pretty big as well. But, you know, just something people can log in at every week and give them another option to do, especially at max level. I think that would be really, really cool. Then next, we have sort of, I would love them to add sort of BIS or near BIS items from crafting and reputation. While there are a few that become very prominent, like Bloodvine with ZG. That's one of the only real ones that jumps out. A few pieces are nice at launch, like Archmage robes. Those are pretty nice for all of Phase 1, but once you get to Phase 2, they get sort of outclassed. But it's just a lot of, you know, I feel like a lot of that is lost the further and further we go into WoW. Sure, they might throw in like one recipe every now and then that's really, really good, but I'd like to see more of those things. You know, give people options. You know, maybe someone has terrible RNG and they can't get the true BIS item from the raid, and even if it's true BIS, you know, maybe it'd be really cool to see them have a lesser version of the item, but something they could be playing the game and grinding towards and earning to have it there. Like an example, so like Briarwood Reed is an 18 spell power trinket right now. Obviously I think it'll get upscaled, but what if there was like a trinket that you could get from rep that maybe gave you 15 spell power? It wouldn't be BIS, but it would be really decent, and it would be something that you could use. until you got your BIS one. I guess that's a bad example because it's Ubers, but you get what I'm saying. Like Toep from Molten Core, a very, very good trinket. You use it the entire classic expansion, really. And so being able to, get something that has a way less proc, like maybe it only procs 100 spell power for 15 seconds, but just the ability to get something like that, I think would be really huge for the game, and allows you to keep going and do stuff. Now, this final one is something that I've preached for quite a while, and I would love them to see them use indie-game fishing and cooking. Because once you get to about 225, you can kind of fish everywhere and you can kind of cook everything, and there's not really much further to get. Like nightfin snappers and cooking the eels are like the best things that you can do. After that, there's not really any huge things. There's some sandworm strength food that comes with AQ, and they could have that quest line in early here on Sod, but before it was just AQ when it got launched and all the mobs in Silithus appearing. But it could be just something they could do, especially with all the max level zones. Like, they all border water, and none of them are actually a like winter spring. Like over here, there's this little like area that's just there. You could access the entire coastline, and you could do some in-game fishing there. In winter spring, Silithus has this coastline that you could open up to let people fish. There are just every zone borders water. We come over to Eastern Kingdoms, EPL, there's tons of lakes, and you could open up this coastline to do it. WPL, there's this giant lake and river system. It'd be really nice if there were pools there that you could fish as well. So just to me, they have a lot of sort of in-game possibilities with fishing and cooking to make other alternative options for food, because it really just isn't that good. Like, there's just not that good of food here in Classic and in-game, so it'd be cool to see them spice it up and add some cool buff food. They did a great job of this in TBC and Wrath of the Lich King, but here in Classic, it kind of, like, it's not the best. So I think there's a lot of potential there, and they could go further with that with more in-game sort of fishing and cooking as well. And maybe even throw First Aid in there. I don't know. You could give everyone some type of like jungle remedy type potion that lets you sort of decurse yourself or cleanse disease and stuff like that, and then you can have more raider responsibility instead of it just healers turning into dispel bots that they so often do in some of the raids. But anyway, guys, those are sort of different forms of content I think that they can add for Phase 4 outside of new zones, raiding, and dungeons. I'd really love to hear your guys' feedback. If there's anything you think I missed, if you think any of my ideas are bad, obviously tell me. I would love to sort of hear them, but make it constructive. Don't be rude with it. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.